What is up, my dudes? It's Pac-Man here, and today I wanted to bring you guys another brand new episode of Or6 Analysis, the show where I take your footage and show you where to best improve. So today we're checking out my man MXN or XCH, I think that's how it's spelled. Basically, he hit Diamond last season, first time in his life, but felt a bit carried. Didn't feel like he was pulling his weight the entire time. Either way, it's still a big props to you for hitting Diamond, regardless. Doing it, whether or not you get carried a little bit from time to time, it's still a big achievement, bro. So well done on that regard. But now he's not playing with the same team, and this season he's only been able to get to plat 2 so far. So he's playing with randoms a lot. And look, the first thing I'll say about that is most of the time when you just move from playing with a consistent team into playing with randoms, you probably will drop a little bit of rank, unless those randoms are cracked or cheating. But most of the time you will lose a little bit of rank, and that's fine because it's going to take a bit of time to get the synergy up, and maybe you lost a couple of the solid players that you usually stack with, so that's pretty normal. But he just wants to know what can he do to kind of get back to at least plat 1 and potentially even get back into Diamond. He wants to know where his positioning is going wrong, why he's playing pretty inconsistently, and a few things like that. So hopefully I can take a look at it, dude, and we can point you in the right direction and get you back to that consistent Diamond. Really quickly, guys, before this video starts, I just wanted to ask you guys a massive favor. Obviously, Christmas period is coming up and the new year is about to end, and I would love to end this year on 90,000 subscribers. We're about 800 away. So if you guys have seen this video at all and you're not subscribed, can you please consider doing so? Basically, all of my content revolves around helping you guys get as good as you can at the game, and I'm trying to give you as much insight into the higher levels of the game as possible. So it really does help my channel grow, and I'm getting closer and closer to that 100k plaque, and we worked out all year for it. So if we can finish off this year at 90k, that'd mean a ton to me. So please do consider subscribing. If not, no worries at all. But yeah, enjoy the video. Okay, game on. So we're playing on Coastline. I'm not sure what accent that is. Opening up a little bit of a rotate here, playing the mirror. Not a big fan of that mirror down the middle, just because of the window behind you. It's, again, I'm not going to be able to use Epic Pen today because I'm obviously still in the sling. But I'm not a big fan of it because of that one mirror there. Sorry, that one window that's like basically right there. You're just gonna have to follow my mouse today. But this one window here, I'm not a huge fan of that mirror because it can kind of be made redundant pretty quickly. But yeah, let's see how we play it out. Can be still useful though. Takes a bit of coordination to kind of deal with it sometimes, but not also a fan of this mirror, honestly. Like, realistically, I'm just not a massive fan of mirror on this site because this mirror, you can be shot from the roof, right? So they can shoot out your toes through this little vase section here, and basically just make this mirror redundant, even shoot off, pop it from the roof, I believe. They'll probably be able to pop it. That mirror, again, because of the window at the back of Hooker, it's gonna be difficult for someone to play that mirror. So realistically, both of these mirrors can be very easily shut down, and that's why, like, for the most part, like, unless you're like, I don't know, like, really for the most part, I just wouldn't recommend playing playing mirror on Hooker. But that's just me. I just don't necessarily love this setup. Also, I've mentioned this a few times in the past, but you probably want this wall reinforced here too, just so that you can kind of, I guess more so from when you're playing on this bomb, if you're getting pushed from the hallway, you can use this as protection. You can kind of like jiggle peek if they're not playing the roof at a later point. You can kind of bounce between both of these reinforcements here. And yeah, this wall right here is it's usually just a good one to have reinforced, especially when you have 3 reinforcements. It can come in clutch. There we go. So Ash on the roof now. Oh! Woo! Nice shot there, bro. Nice shot. Realistically, I feel like I was still right. But, like, you did just let him have it. You did let him have it. Nice shot there, bro. Nice. Nicely done holding the C4. A lot of people there would just go, lob it over and, take out all the utilities on the stairs for no real gain. So nicely done to hold on to the C4 for now. See how you guys play this. You got 2 of you here. You're getting a call. There's a Sophia downstairs as well. Now you're going to C4 the Monty. You've tagged him up. Rid the util. Problem with that C4, right, is that Monty's biggest nightmare here is the Legion Mines, more so than the actual more so than the actual C4. The C4, like, it's pretty hard to kill a Monty with a C4. You can do it, obviously, but it's have, but I'd much rather have the util there to slow him down, rather than, yeah, bomb it all out with the C4, because now you can kind of take more ground more comfortably. The Legion rotates back through. They've naded out from lowest. Oh, nice shot on the Zoth. And the Sledge. I think one of them just naded. Was that what that was? I think Sledge just naded the Monty.
That's Sophia. Diffuser, cool vibes. That's Monty.
I'm pretty sure that's what that was, eh? Nice shots there, though, dude. Nice shots.
Luggage. Yes, luggage. Coming close.
Now this mirror is strong. Right, so it's one of those situations that because they didn't deal with the mirror initially and they just for some reason tried to flood up cool vibe, they basically, that mirror now does become strong, right? So he's in Sunrise now, or Aqua.
I'll go to blue and I'm gonna hold diffuser.
Okay, and even rotating here to blue, it's not a terrible play at all, by any means, but what I would prefer to see is when you're in a 3v1 situation, right now you've isolated yourself, so you're down here in blue bar. It's not a bad move at all, but like just a more, I would say a more guaranteed way to close out the round would be to be in trading distance, so all three of you guys to be ready to trade each other, trade the kills. You can protect the diffuser on cool vibe for sure still, but make sure that you're all tradable, because right now you're going to get into 1v1. If you lose that, it becomes a 1v2, you know, and if they go ahead and do that again, there's a potential here for the remaining player to have a, basically to just have 3 1-on-1s, right? So you want to be trying to make sure that you're tradable if at all possible. Okay, you get the call for 90. I would now be rotating up. Cool. Well, look, at least that trading that I mentioned did happen there, right? So you have, I think that's probably an Ash, I imagine, took out the Maestro, I believe, and then the Jaeger was able to get the trade, right? So it'd be even better if you were there to secure that trade, so you had all three of you, so two of you, basically you and the Jaeger could swing out simultaneously and make it even more, like, secure. But, like, let's have a look at how this trade went down. All right, so the Maestro is playing drinks. He gets, oh, okay, cheeky. Okay, round 2, we're playing the mirror again. Mirror can be pretty strong on this side, hey. Like, at least to stop that kind of like rush service plant, you're gonna force them for the most part to go above or to take Sunrise and clear the mirror from the kitchen door, not the service side. So that mirror is actually quite strong, at least to waste time. On this side. Not a big fan of it on hooker, but it still went well. And so now you're going to go for a solo roam up here. Man, how good are the reinforcements? Are they so fast, so sharp now? You go for the solo roam upstairs. Hopefully you don't get called out for being on the solo. 2 reinforcements left to probably Rio up back theater if I were you, playing this position. Maybe. Okay, so you immediately lose someone down in office. So let's just do it. Like, even though these guys haven't really mentioned it, or I don't think they called it out. You can see the skull. So that means that there's an Ash. It looks like pushing office side. So that you need to be aware of that. If there's an Ash pushing office side, it's more likely, I guess, that there'll potentially be a Sunrise and kitchen take, because they've spawned that side. They've spawned for office, for Sunrise. That's probably the way they're going to go, but let's just, you don't need to act on that immediately and, you know, kind of outplay yourself. So we can wait for a short period of time, but be aware of that now. That's what I would like to see, I guess. 3v5. That's another one Sunrise now, right? So that there is the Ash again. So it's the same player as you fais Menage. That's another player from Sunrise. Now it looks like you're aware to that, so you need to be rotating, especially now it's a 3v5. You need to be rotating to try and protect that kitchen door, because that's probably where they're going to plant, either kitchen door, kitchen window, or the deep kitchen plant. So you need to be aware to that and try and rotate to help out the team. So let's see how this plays. So the chances are, like, again, I might be wrong here, but the chances of one of these guys actually pushing all the way up this hallway I would say a slim because it's not necessary for them for an execute that they're trying to do. If they're trying to go for a kitchen window plant, if they're trying to go for a plant on kitchen door or a plant in on the sink, so the barbecue section, they don't really need to push up this hallway. I get why you're doing it. You're hoping that one of them just, you know, gets a little bit aggressive and kind of gets out of way, moves out of the zone of play. But for the most part, I don't think they're going to come. Maybe they do, but yeah, unlikely, I guess.
Watching bathroom door now.
Was that someone you did hear someone directly below the hatch just then? Yeah, one's already in kitchen from main lobby.
I just got.
I swear that you have a player on white stairs, surely.
Yeah, I just got bathroom door. Still watching bathroom door.
Okay, so they are still pushing sunrise. And like that there, just to mention something, that's what you don't really want to be doing as an attacking team. Just setting players just kind of like, ooh, kind of like crab walking into sight and stuff like that. Because like realistically, there's no need for the Zofia to be there. She's probably trying to catch them off guard and, you know, just split open the defense. And I get you're not always going to be like, you know, going 100% all the time, and sometimes it is fun to do things like that. But that, like, if you're literally just standing here looking to win rounds, like that's not really what you want to be doing. You want to be setting up for an execute on one of those 3 spots that I mentioned before, because yeah, that's just probably the easiest route to victory. Okay, now the bandit's gone down. You guys aren't in positions to trade again. The Arunis move back inside. You're going to be looking for the hallway. There's going to be one at the end of this hallway, very likely. And now, like, you're in a position to be swung on. Hopefully you don't, but... So you're pushing up, going for the flank. I like it. Nice. So they did go for the swing. So Monty, unlucky. That's unfortunate. The crosshair placement there was nice. So let's just take a look at that for everybody else, right? So you decide to try and rotate down. It's not the right move. There's not enough time. You do make the right call in terms of jumping back down, and you go for the flank while your teammate tries to rotate through sight. Right, and keep an eye on this, guys. And this is something that's super important. This is why I always bring up crosshair placement. How easy it makes kills actually become. Like how easy kills become when you have your crosshair placement pretty solid. Right. So if you look at where his crosshair placement is right now, and then we push up. Right, it's a little low here. But you're aiming kind of for that sunrise player as well at the moment. So now it's raised up, right around that head height level. He's raised it back up for someone that swings out. And the first bullet that he shoots basically is a headshot. And that's why that crosshair placement, although that wasn't, I guess, you know, 125% perfect, that's solid and your first bullet's hitting the head. So what else can you ask for? You even do it pretty well here. Again, on the Monties. Obviously, if that Monty's not a Monty, you're going to have a good chance at killing him here. You go for it on the gridlock here as well, but unfortunately just the reaction time isn't there. The gridlock hits a nice headshot on you, and that's the round. So I guess the only thing I would say about like a round like that more so is probably a little bit just to be, I guess, like a little bit faster on that kind of like sight, on that rotate, right? Like because... yeah, you did get that kill on that Zofia. I don't think she should have been there for the most part. She was there and you got the kill, so well done in that regard. But I think at that point, it really does make sense for you to come back down and try and help the bandit on site rather than staying up and watching that hallway rotate. I just don't think it's important enough because, like I said, eventually their fastest and easiest route to victory is just going to be going straight through kitchen door. Once they take out that bandit, if they've done any bit of droning, they're going to know, okay, we're pretty sweet here. Let's push through. And at that point, you guys try and rotate back in, and it's a little bit too late. So I would say acting a little bit faster on that information when you know that they're going for a sunrise push to potentially act on that information a little bit quicker would be my recommendation on how you could probably see a little bit more success in that round. Okay, round 3, you're going for a similar setup. Yeah, pretty much the same setup. You've put the same mirror downstairs for kitchen, and we're doing this little mirror upstairs as well. You're now re-rolling off the back theater walls, which I probably would say is a good idea. You can maybe do like one of them, so the one, yeah, or even both are pretty good. Maybe just that one on the right, the first one you did, and then do the one that's facing the hallway, this one right here. So that you can kind of protect yourself a little bit more from that 90 push, I guess. But yeah, is what it is. Let's have a look. They're just, yeah. not overly important. Let's see how the enemy team decides to approach this round. See if they come about a little bit different. All right, we're about a minute in. Not a whole lot going on. Boom. Okay, someone's died from service door. Either main stairs or service door. I would say service door. And someone's just killed. Someone's just asked you to play to move to main stairs. So you're pushing down onto main stairs now. Not a bad idea. Let's see if you can catch someone off guard. 4v2 now. Okay, you get a Rooney drone, or you get a Iana drone. Okay, at this point, I definitely... Let me just show you something really quick. So I'm going to try and, again, predict what's going to happen, because it's a bit easier to just talk about stuff and say what I think. Right? So when you come down these stairs, I don't mind this play at all. Your team starts getting the frags, so that's going to make that, obviously, just makes your life 100% easier, and you can get a little bit more aggressive, I guess. But you get this Yana drone straight off the bat. I would not stay in this same position now, right? Because when you think about it, like, you're so susceptible here. I wish I had my pen, hey. But you're so susceptible if someone's, peeking this Yana. If she's in the bathroom already, I don't think she is, but if she was to swing out from the bathroom, with Pika's advantage, you're gonna be in a bit of trouble here, because like your crosshair placement's low, the recoil on Mira's gun is very high. That's a good distance there. Yeah, you're gonna be in trouble in that gunfight. If she swings out and takes the shot. Now, you're also, like, when you look at your actual gun, you're kind of blocking out main lobby here, so you better hope no one swings in from main lobby or no one comes from security. We don't really have the information. You've popped off the shot. You have to imagine at an elo of plat 2 and above that there's going to be calls being made about us where you are at a given time for the most part, so I would be taking that shot and dipping out and trying to get back towards my teammates personally, but... or even just changing your position and making a deeper run behind, maybe behind this island or something along those lines. But sitting on main stairs and kind of popping off little shots like this is a fast way to die, in my personal opinion. So let's see how it plays out. Okay, that's the Monty. Okay, so the main door is what ends up getting you. And that's understandable, and that's why I mentioned it. Now the Yana gets 2v1, so that Yana nearly made that a close round just then. A close round, but that's kind of what I mentioned in regards to... Okay, I don't know what that Monty was just doing there, but yeah, for the most part, that's what I mean by, like, when you take them couple shots, you're just sitting there like a sitting duck. You definitely don't want to be holding that position. You want to be taking that shot and moving off it. So whether it be pushing up and getting more aggressive and trying to catch them on an off angle, you can do that if you want to. Probably safer. What I probably would have done there is I just would have rotated back up 90 and kept communicating with your teammates and asking where they were. If the Monty was playing in from service, then I probably would have just rotated back through kitchen and just fought them head on, potentially, or something like that, as long as you're in a position to trade with your teammates. Again, that is one of the most important things in closing out rounds that you're supposed to win. It's trading, and peeking off each other's contact. So once one person gets contact, once one person gets into that gunfight or a bullets start getting sprayed, that's when the other people peek out and take their shots as well. And it's going to lead you to so much more clean conversions in rounds. And it's really it's really a big difference between plat 3 and plat 1 diamond, honestly. Okay, round 4. Playing the Nomad, you have a drone prepped in Sunrise.
No one's in Sunrise right now.
No one in Sunrise, dead right. So I would probably be stepping up and taking Sunrise, I guess. Depends on what you guys want to do. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm going. They have a Rooney gate as well.
Okay, so you've decided to just nomad it off. And the main reason that you'd nomad that off, just for everybody to know, right? So there's an Aruni gate in here, which is going to stop it, kind of help the defenders' defense on Cool Vibe, right? Because it's not going to be as easy for people to just sprint through from Sunrise and go straight up the stairs, especially later in the round that becomes more prevalent. But what you can do, right, if you want to, try and take that control, you can just, you'll basically be given Sunrise now because there's an Aruni gate on there. You'll be given Sunrise. But what what he's decided to do, MXN, I don't know what to really call you, Monarch. But you've put a Nomad jab there, and that's going to deny the defenders the ability to, potentially play for C4s from below. If they've they don't really have too much information to play off, but it would deny C4s from below. It'll deny people getting saucy on the window here. If you're playing on the actual hooker single window, they can't run out and run up the balcony. They can't run out, or they can't come in here and shoot you off double window. you know, through that window. There's plenty of different ways the defenders can kind of get saucy and do some runouts and do peeks, do outside peeks and stuff like that from Sunrise. So that's why you've come in and Nomad jabbed it off, and that's a really good play. So hopefully that, yeah, that does you guys justice throughout the round. So that's just why that's been done like that. Same thing there, a little Nomad jab on Hooker door, so that people, it looks like because of that, you're probably going to be trying to make plays based off this window, because those Nomad jabs are there to kind of stop, you know, runouts and help protect you when you're on that rappel. So you'll probably see there's already one on there now. You'll probably see a push from Aqua, I would imagine. Okay, someone's already punched that Hooker door.
Can someone join Aqua for me?
I don't think there's a I don't think it's overly necessary to have so many of you guys on the window here. You guys are, looks like you're going for some cheese maybe? I don't love this. I won't lie, so I think, I want to kind of like, I don't want to skip him because it'll probably end up working. Rooney looks like she's got a pick straight off the bat. She knocked off that lion that was on that head glitch, so he was on the window with you. So let's see how this plays out, but I would rather see more control of Aqua and potentially more control of 90 prior to going for a plant like this, but let's just see how it plays out. Okay, trades go in your favor there.
One on A.
Yeah, behind Mozzie. And top blue, Melusi. Aruni behind B-bomb.
Okay, good communication here from you and the
I'm
team.
watching the rotate. I'll watch the rotate.
You're holding the rotate. I would probably, again, not to just nitpick at everything you do, but I would rather be upside down. I'd rather be upside down rappel on this position, because if I'm playing around this rotate here, the easiest thing for me to wallbang, I don't even have to actually peek out into this head glitch right here. I'll just wallbang straight through this this soft wall. And that's just like, for me personally, that's a like spot that I know pretty well, and it just fries people off this head glitch here. So a little bit more of an off angle on top usually works a little bit better in my opinion. But again, let's see how it plays out. The Sledge is playing from Hooker. Don't think he really needs to be playing from Hooker, to be honest. If you're going for an Aqua plant, I'd rather see him around Aqua as well potentially. Hooker's not too bad, to be fair. Stops the run out, helps you in that regard.
Still watching rotate.
But no one on flank right now if they are going to flank from luggage. Okay, they're pushing straight through the hallway. You get the Aruni, nice pick.
We can win it by the
The Sledge is pushed through.
stay alive on the big stay alive.
Bomb planner is down. The Ying. Okay, I don't love this, and this is something that I've mentioned before in the past. Like, I don't mind you falling off this situation, right? But again, it's just another one of these things of kind of, like, it's another one of these things. Did you just pull out a drone? It's another one of these things of kind of leaving teammates to try and find a trade. So that's a nice kill right here, right? The Sledge pushes through, and now when you fall off, it's the Sledge's fault, to be fair, in one way, because the Sledge probably shouldn't be pushing through there. There's just no need for him if you guys, again, are trying to close out around here. But now now what it is you're both in positions that are untradeable, and the Ying is down, so it is going to be 2 1-on-1, so hopefully that doesn't go against you. And when you're actually, you know, when he says stay alive, right? Make sure that when you're just staying alive and you're not, you know, holding a more passive angle, make sure that your crosshair is actually fixated on the place that they can actually jump out at you from, right? Because you get a bit lazy sometimes and you're just listening to comms, looking at the wall. So that can get you killed, man. Like, just make sure that you've got that crosshair placement fixated where needed.
I can leave a drone on diffuser.
So you've thrown the drone through. He's shot it. That means he's real close to the window. I wouldn't be throwing flashes there.
He's pushing you. Behind you, Slash behind you.
Yeah.
Hooker.
Oh, whoops.
Okay, he's been Nomad jabbed outside. You finish off the kill. Nice. So yeah, nothing too wrong there. I feel like that kind of an offense will get broken down by a more solid defense. Just because you didn't have that much control, to be honest with you. Like, there wasn't that much control. There was no flank watch. And there was just a few things that kind of, yeah, that were a bit funky there. But for the most part, you guys did well. And in ranked, sometimes it's all you need to do. Take a little bit of control, go for that plant, and get it done. So nice job there.
Safe as you can.
Okay, match point. They're defending kitchen service. You're on the Nomad again. Nomad is such a handy operator, hey. Like, you just boom, put your stuff down, and it just gives you so much peace of mind. It can go against you. with people like, you know, nading off the nomad jabs and whatnot, but for the most part, it just gives you so much peace of mind.
Clear. Vigil's just gone to Sunrise's side.
Okay, so you've taken a little bit of information from main lobby, sprayed down the door. And now you need to be aware of main stairs. There's a few positions you need to be aware of. That Ying has been getting so many kills as well, just FYI. Doing some really important fragging because it's the kills that kind of open up rounds that, from what I can see anyway, they're the kills she seems to be getting, or he or she seems to be getting. So well done to the Ying, but you've taken that initial bit of control. You're on main lobby. Yeah, I'll be nomad and jabbing off main stairs. That's nice. Okay, so they did rotate out from security on you. So you rotated out from security. Looks like you're going to try and take this gunfight. You're super lit now. I'd probably be reloading and throwing a drone out at this point. I wouldn't be that keen to just continue to fight. Okay, so you have gone for your drone. You've thrown the drone out. Nice. Nicely played. Let's have a look. Okay, so that's Vigil and Bathroom both playing from main lobby. Yeah, I wouldn't be overly keen on taking these gunfights now. Just because you're so weak, man. You'll be dropped. You'll be downed in such a... Yeah, one bullet basically, you'd be down. Yeah, and there you go. So you don't really want to be taking that gunfight because there's so many different angles that they can be playing from when you don't have the information. So if you do want to get that lobby control, because it is quite important when going for a service plant, which looks like that's what you guys are shaping up to do. You need that live information. You need players like Ying. You need some pinching ability for the most part. You need someone, you know, potentially pressing in from office, or someone playing in from above, like when you're playing for a service take. There's a few different ways that you can get that lobby control, but it is something that's kind of important, because if not, they can just flank straight through bathroom and do a lot of damage to those planting. So the lobby control is important, but I wouldn't be taking that information dry. Sorry, taking that gunfight dry without information. I'd be asking some of your other teammates to help you get that information, or potentially you know, yeah, just a few different ways to do it. I just wouldn't be taking gunfights like that dry when you're so weak, because it's gonna be super difficult. They can play from anywhere, and you're one bullet, right? So let's just see how this plays out. And this is what I mean by this is like an easy pinch to help get you guys the control that you need, right? So this buck is probably needed here, exactly where he is right now, because he's covering off the door and the rotate. That's fine. You're going to have one probably playing on service. You've got 4 of you guys alive, one playing on service. With the bomb, you could probably have 2 over there, I guess. So maybe you don't have, no, because you're the 5th, right? So yeah, so what you'd want is maybe one of these guys to rotate down main stairs and pinch the bandit or the vigil with you from main lobby, or get one of these guys to give you that information. But you are in a position, and you do have the ability to put a little bit of more pressure on, and not just have you taking naked peeks and kind of just putting yourself into a super unfavorable position. So that's the only thing that I'd be aware of. But let's just see how this one plays out.
Bandit outside theatre. Bandit outside theatre.
So well done to sit on your drone there and give them that information. I wouldn't even ping at that point.
Bandits in theatre now.
I'd be very cautious with pinging, because like really I don't even think that bandit knows that he's been spotted. So I would probably stay off. Yeah, I would probably steer away from pinging. I think that bandit's still in theatre though, right? Yeah, he's pushed up from theatre. Penthouse now.
Above hatchback. Drop.
Yikes.
Dropped on the hatch.
Yep, drop the hatch.
Okay.
Well played. Nicely finished off. Yeah, look, for the most part, man, you're doing a lot of things right. Like you had a decent game there. You went 7-1-3. That Ying got a lot of clutch kills for you guys as well. Hit some nice shots in, you know, that first round and stuff like that. There's just a few of them, like real intricate details, like your rotations, how fast are you rotating, what sort of control, what sort of map control are you giving them, you know, especially on them attacks. Do you have enough control? Is that what's going to be holding you back, right? Because you said at the beginning of the video that, you know, you played a Diamond last season with the team that you were previously with, and now you're with a new stack or with some randoms and stuff, and you're struggling to kind of push past plat 2. And for the most part, that's probably what's going to be the difference maker, right? Like, because them little, that, like, let's say that hooker offense, for example, right? So that's a real kind of like, I don't want to say lazy, because it's so coordinated, but it's quite a lazy approach to a plant like that. You're not taking the map control that you'd necessarily need, really, to have a good amount of effectiveness on a play like that. You need a little bit more map control, and I feel like when you come up against better teams like the Diamond stacks or the Plat 1 Diamond stacks and above, they're going to be able to deal with that a lot easier, because you're not really, they can put their flanks on, they can go beneath, they can C4, they can do whatever they want, really, for the most part. So I feel like that will kind of get with stuff like that is what's probably going to be holding you back when it comes to it in the long run. But Aside from that, on defense, just making sure that you're rotating. Like based off where the enemies are pushing from, and making sure that you guys are ready to support and trade each other. Because without that, you will lose rounds that are important, and then them rounds will lead to map losses, and that's what leads to really not progressing and really not moving from plat 2 to plat 1, because if you closed out some of them rounds across the season, yourself, you're going to be in a higher elo and so on and so forth. So making sure that you guys are in a place to trade and be ready to trade each other at any point. It's a super duper important tip. And then again, I guess just on them offenses, just be aware that you shouldn't really be taking gunfights without the information, without the live information, especially when you have so many people on your team alive. And I would imagine you'd have a fair amount of drones still available on that squad as well. So don't be afraid to just shout out and say, yo, someone needs to drone this guy main lobby. And in the meantime, all you do is you sit there and you hold a little pixel angle and just stay alive and keep your gun up and keep that extra number on the board, because it just doesn't make sense to swing out when they could be, from any different angle really there. They could have peeked out and taken a pop shot at you and you were dead, and that's kind of how it played out. But nevertheless, I'm sure you're going to be fine, dude. It's going to take you guys a little bit of time to get your rhythm together. And as long as you kind of, just pay attention to those kind of little intricate details that I mentioned throughout this video, and I'm sure you'll be back in diamond in no time, my friend. But I hope you enjoyed the video, my man, and let me know how you go and keep me updated with the progress. And for everyone else, if you enjoy these kind of higher elo analysis videos, just be sure to let me know in the comments. I will make whatever you guys want me to make. If you guys would rather me go back down to the more casual, or to a gold or silver elo, I'll go back down there and do analysis on them as well. So just let me know what you guys want, and I will make them videos, okay? But without wasting too much time, guys, Merry Christmas. By the way, it's right now it is Wednesday for us, so tomorrow is Christmas Eve. It's Wednesday afternoon. So I'm in the future again, as always. But yeah, as always, guys, Merry Christmas. I hope you guys have a really good holiday season, and take care of yourselves. Say hello to your family. Eat some good food. Drink some good beer if you're of age. If not, drink some Coke, some cake. You know what I mean? Have fun and game. But again, Merry Christmas, guys. Enjoy the holidays, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.